This past weekend, the big run happened, and I wanted to record something for it, so I decided to record myself playing some freelance at Hazard Level Max, which is the highest difficulty if you didn't know. But then the video ended up turning into me playing the game and just giving my thoughts on freelance and how I deal with playing with freelance. A lot of it is just me speaking from the top of my head. I don't know how to properly transition into the actual video now. I don't want to play more Eeltail. Give me a good map like Barnacle and Dime or something, I don't know. I think this is my first time getting splashed like this entire big run. And I think I've played like 20 hours of this big run. I can also use this time to just kind of speak about big run. Honestly, I do all of my big runs freelance, at least to get my high egg scores and my high just overall score. It feels weird in the sense that a lot of the time, you aren't really playing around the salmonids. Like, obviously you are. If you get like 15 fly fish, you're playing around that and stuff. But a lot of the time, freelance comes down to playing around your teammates' playstyles and kind of playing around what your teammates are currently doing. Sometimes, obviously, you can get horrific teammates. I've had times, not in big runs specifically, but I've had times where I had a teammate in, like, EVP 700 or something, who seemingly didn't know that you could put eggs in the basket while using an inkjet. Like, sometimes you have people that just aren't as good at the game or something, or, like, aren't as knowledgeable about the game, obviously. But a lot of the time, it does come down to trying to adapt to what your teammates are doing in that moment. Also, utilizing bombs just to heavily save your teammates is honestly a thing I don't really see people do that much, that are far away. Like, a lot of the time, people will see teammates and try to run over to them, where a lot of the time, all you really need to do is chuck a bomb over, because the revive range for bombs is a lot bigger than you think it is. Most of the time. And mini Splatling. I don't love this weapon. Uh-oh. 136. Ain't terrible. Generally, in Hazlo Max, I tend to see scores of 130 to 155 is generally the basic scores I tend to see. That's also in basic, if you get 3 basic rounds in a row. That's if you don't get, like, fog or glowflies. I wasn't looking at my screen and I thought I saw Eeltail out the corner of my eye. I was actually about to have a moment if I got Eeltail a 3rd time in a row. But yeah, I've got the Grizzco roller. I love this thing. Oh, we got low tide. I always struggle with ink blot low tide because at the start, because I always don't realize it's low tide. There's a big shot. There's the big shot. Hello. Bye-bye. There's a stinger. I'm out of ink. Oh god. Oh god. I'm kind of throwing her. Let me kill the stinger. This scrapper's getting in the way. Uh-oh. Hello, stinger. The stingers kind of just wiggle in front of them. Or not. Maybe you struggle, actually. Okay, and the scrapper gets in the way again. These scrappers follow me all the way up. Are you kidding me? We did good that round. I did kind of horrifically. Those 2 scrappers wanted me dead. Nova. I kind of hate Nova. Another thing is, this is a personal thing for me. I struggle with my special use a lot. I've seen a thing where, this is like stopped actually recently, where people say, save your special for wave 3. And I'm honestly glad people are kind of stopping that now. Because that thing has kind of caused people to stop using their specials in wave 1 and 2. And the reason you want to use your specials wave 1 and 2 is there's no point saving your specials to wave 3 if you never make it to wave 3, you know? It's better to waste your specials in wave 1 and 2 and guarantee you make it to wave 3 than to panic, try to save your specials, and die early on. If that makes sense. I'm trying to make that make as much sense as possible. It's very similar rules to PvP. For the most part, with stuff like Kraken and Booyah Bomb, with panicking, is you don't want to do that. Panic Killer Whale you don't want to do, because obviously the Killer Whales don't actually spawn. Where is that dead teammate? He's there. Another thing is, with the Wave Breakers specifically, I see a lot of people panic Wave Breakering right before they die, specifically when they're the final person. And you don't want to do that because, unlike bombs, which if you throw a bomb and you die and all of you are dead, the game will wait for the bomb to explode but to end. It will give the bomb a chance to revive someone. Wavebreaker won't do that. It will just instantly wipe. So you kind of want to... Wavebreaker, you want to use it in a situation where you think you're going to die about 5 seconds later. You want to use it, you want to try and predict something bad is going to happen, use it to try and prevent that in the first place. Which I feel like a lot of people don't do. That nearly killed me. That nearly killed me as well. Wavebreaker isn't as good at panic situations as it is preventing the panic situations. Which is kind of what I've learned through freelance. But yeah, also, this is all just experience from freelance, by the way. I don't play in a coordinated team. Oh, we got Triumvirate. Yeah, I don't play in a coordinated team, so any of my advice probably doesn't apply. I have beaten this thing on Haslow Max, I think, twice, and I think I got a 50-50. Okay, great, never mind, I got Grizzco Roller. I'm not winning this one. Honestly, placing him here so that he attacks both the Kohozuna and the Ouroboros. You want to kind of line both up. It's difficult. I'm trying to speak and do this at the same time. It's difficult. But the main thing you want to do is you want to try to kind of line both of them up. And if you can't, at minimum, line it up with Koho. Because Koho is the easiest to kill. My teammates are doing really well. Oh my god, I'm not doing anything. I'm going to be honest. I'm being a really bad teammate here. Where's Koho? I'm kind of stuck. Honestly, I'm going to wail on Meg right now. Because Megalon has the most health. And it is the least likely to be hit by another boss. So I think it's probably the best one to wail on. If you're going to wail on any of them. I don't want to be stuck here. Oh, I'm dead. I feel kind of useless. Because I am being kind of useless. And also I've got probably the worst Grizzco weapon. Oh, Meg down. There we go. And we've pretty much won. There we go. I did horrifically. Honestly, don't follow my gameplay. My teammates did a lot better there. I had Grizzco Slosher, so I kind of felt a bit useless. 18 bronze. Actually, I got quite lucky with silver there. Get Megalodontia to attack both Ouroboros and Kohozuna at the same time if you can. And if you can't, prioritize Kohozuna. Because Ouroboros can take massive amounts of damage with its bomb. And also at the same time, keep wailing on Megalodontia where you can. Oh great, Undertow Spillway. This is my least favorite big run map. Might be my second least favorite salmon run map. Also, can I just say, how the hell do we only still have one big run song and it's just the Seaside song? Like, that kind of annoys me how we have had to listen to this, how we've had 0 new salmon run songs in the entire life of this game. Also, I've seen a lot of people struggling this big run to get gold. And I'm gonna say this now. If you don't regularly play Salmon Run, don't expect yourself to be getting gold. Personally, when they added in the 135 requirement for gold over percentages, I thought that was honestly too low. But that's also because I play Salmon Run a lot. I'm primarily a Salmon Run player in this game at this point. But I'm primarily a Salmon Run player, so I saw that as low. And then, when Big Run happened, it kind of made me realize a lot of the average player base that doesn't play Big Run, that doesn't play Salmon Run regularly, that is a lot more difficult. People are kind of struggling to get over the 130 mark. So I'm going to be honest and say this now. If you can't get gold, don't, knock yourself down because of it. A lot of people find it easy, but that's a lot of the people that find it easy play Salmon Run regularly. But a lot of this player base is primarily PvP, so obviously they're going to struggle more with it, which is completely reasonable. I've been playing freelance Salmon Run for nearly 2 years now, Splatoon 3 Salmon Run primarily. I barely ever played Splatoon 2 Salmon Run, but I've been playing freelance Salmon Run for a good while. I've gotten used to it at this point. Another thing is, actually, one more thing I will say about freelance, when you're playing freelance especially, I think it's good to kind of be very overly egg collector, if that makes any sense. A lot of freelance teams die a lot because of the end of round panic to get those last minute eggs in. It's either that or they just won't get the eggs in at all. They panic because they've not got enough eggs in for the end and then die, or they just will live and will never get the eggs in. That's kind of what it is. So you want to try to be as egg-heavy as you can early and mid-round, that you don't have that panic. And we're low tide, okay. Another thing is, you see a lot of people complaining about teammates not luring. And I think there has been, I don't know who started this thing, saying that luring is the end-all be-all of Salmon Run, when it's really not. I'm stupid for that. I shouldn't have done what I did there. But luring isn't the end-all be-all. Luring is useful. Luring can help. It obviously can. No matter what, it is a tool to use. Obviously, if all of your teammates are just killing everything at the shore, not... Oh my god, okay. No, I've actually done horrific. I'm doing a lot worse than usual. It's because I'm trying to commentate at the same time. Luring is seen as this savior of Salmon Run that will fix all your rounds. The reason you're losing is because you're not luring. When a lot of the time it's not. We got 13 eggs in at the end there. 20 more eggs at the end there was possible. But what I was saying before with luring is good. Luring is useful. Luring can help a lot. But luring won't always save your game. Luring might be the reason you lose. It could be. Your teammate could kill every boss at the shoreline and never throw any eggs up ever. That could be the reason you lose. Very possible. But a teammate killing a steelhead at the shoreline and then throwing eggs up isn't gonna be the... Like, that's a strategy. Throwing eggs up in a chain, it's entirely the thing of Tornado. That's what Tornado is for. The Tornado event is there to teach you that. At least I think. And I kind of don't like the fact that a lot of the more casual side of Splatoon have kind of been taught luring will save your Salmon Run games forever and ever. But I'll reiterate this now again. I'm not saying luring is bad. You can do luring. It is a tool that is good to use. Sometimes bosses need to be dealt with early. And also I've noticed a lot of time people that lure struggle with getting their shoreline bosses because they're so busy trying to lure all the other ones over. I do think though, like, stuff like Moors and Flipper Floppers are generally pretty safe bets to just lure, honestly though. I'll say this now, Drizzlers, just kill them. I hate dealing with Drizzlers. People will avoid killing Drizzlers early game, and then by the end of the wave, we have about, we have 3 of them shooting off their goddamn torpedoes every 2 seconds, and we can't move. You want your end of the round to be as calm and as easy as possible. It's easier said than done, obviously. But it all kind of, early and mid-round, all kind of comes down to making sure the end of the round isn't a panic. You need to make sure the last 15 seconds aren't you scrambling. Though I will say, if you get like 8 fly fish in one round, yeah, no, that is just the game telling you that you lost. Like, what is this weapon? What is it? Did that bomb just bounce out of the fly fish and land on the steel eel, causing it to blow up the fly fish bucket anyway? Hydra is good for Salmon Run. I think this is a good weapon. Too bad the last time it was in rotation, it was on Spawning Grounds, which is probably the worst map for it. Another thing I forgot to mention, kill the fish stick as soon as possible. Oh my god, they are so annoying. Early game, they are a non-issue. They are as deadly as a Flipper Flopper. Late game, they become as annoying as goddamn flyfish. I will say, at late game, they're as annoying as goddamn flyfish. Dreadring are honestly a good samurai, and we've got thingy. For some reason on my monitor, when it goes to a special wave, the coloring on my monitor just goes really like bright for some reason. And I don't know why. It's also only specifically in bigrun. This doesn't happen in regular games. I don't really know like the good gorilla spot on this map, I'm gonna be honest. Oh, it is final wave, isn't it? I didn't even realize it was final wave. Oh, I need to not be down there. At this point, specials to me are less save them for final wave. It's if you have them on final wave, you can just kind of use them whenever you want to, especially on a special wave. That's probably horrific advice. Don't follow that advice. Oh, my teammate had ink brush. Never mind, Gootuber isn't the worst weapon you could get. You could get ink brush. I regret my Gootuber slander. Ink brush exists. Just give me Barnacle and Dime, please. I would much rather use Squiffer and Bamboozler over Elita, Charger, Gootuber. I love this weapon. It's just so... It's not the best Grizzco weapon. It's not my favorite Grizzco weapon. My favorite Grizzco weapon will always be Grizzco Splatana. I just know that Grizzco Slosher is really bad. Where did those eggs go? We just killed a Scrapper. And I didn't drop any eggs. Don't trust anyone that tells you the Grizzco Slosher is good. We don't have a Grizzco Roller, which ain't great. And the Triumvirate. I used to struggle to say the Gen 7 start of Final Evolutions. I used to look at the name Incineroar and just say I give up. Ooh, Grizzco Stringer. I like the Okay, who the hell did that? Who is the monster that didn't get the Megalodonty on the Kohozuna or the Horoboros? Where is the Kohozuna? We're not killing this thing. Okay. Good news, we are not killing this thing. The latter half of the round honestly went well for us. It was the start of the round that we weren't really doing very well in. I'll admit my first Inkjet was kind of horrific. Also, if you're wondering what you get for killing the Triumvirate at Hazard level max, you just get this little helicopter. Which I have no place to put in my locker. I would have rathered a badge. So that's where the video ends. I don't really know what this was. Like I said, I just wanted to record something for this big run. I did really enjoy this big run. I also did record this like 5 hours before the big run ended. I don't really know what to say here. If you enjoyed, consider liking or subscribing. I don't know, maybe comment about how you did this big run. Thank you for watching if you did. Bye.